pause. 3, 2, 1, reveal. And here we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the World card. And we have the Lovers. Welcome to Alchemical Tarot, your daily spark of inspiration, imagination, and intuition. Now let's get started with our 8 of Pentacles. So this is showing a level of focus and a level of productivity and a level of mastery. So where in your life are you really hard at it and really starting to excel, I think. By the 8, we're an 8 out of 10. We go from the ace to the 10. Here we see the Pentacles. This is energy expressed as physical things. So what is it that you're producing in your life? What work is it that you're doing over and over again and you're rejecting the parts that aren't working? So really starting to get good at what it is you do and the craft that you offer. And the only thing I'm going to say with this card is with your focus so intent, you're going to do extremely well. And where may you be missing some of the bigger picture? At what cost, at what opportunity cost is all this focus? Because when we put all our energy into one thing, where do we sometimes miss out on those maybe closer relationships, community? We see this person is set far away from the village. So just an idea that here, that in honing those skills, there's a choice, there's a decision to make to get really good at something. Sometimes it comes at the cost of that bigger picture. So just a thought about that today that's coming through. And the World card kind of sits with that, because sometimes the world can be a very isolating, lonely, alienating place. And yet, the world is ruled by Saturn, an outer planet, which, yes, is dark and cold and can feel, exactly that, lonely at times. But this Saturn is also a disciplinarian, which we see here. We see that disciplinarian driving us, creating a kind of long-term mindset where we're not afraid to put this time, effort and resources into something, because Saturn brings those great rewards. And here we see the birthing of sort of someone coming into Earth, stepping through the portal and spirit arriving in this physical realm. And what a celebration. So bringing something in today and you sort of completing a cycle, it suggests. And where from completing that circle are you stepping through a portal into a whole new fresh start or a new way of being? So lots going on for us in this World card as well, in conjunction with our 8 of Pentacles. And here we have the Lovers. So yes, it kind of makes me think back to where are we wanting to connect a bit more? The Lovers are here in their state before the fall. It's like they're in the Garden of Eden before they've picked the apple, before they've tasted the fruit of knowledge. And so what we see here is an angel, a protective angel, sort of looking over with divinity and grace and peace, holding the space for these lovers. And it's also a bridge, I sense. So where we have these two, this male and female, this masculine, feminine forces, where can we find that bridge together and find a deeper sense of connection and love today? And that may not be just in your kind of intimate relationships. It can be. And also, where can it be within yourself, finding that love within yourself, and then bridging that gap between those loved ones around you, or even work colleagues, whatever relationship you find yourself in today, where can you bridge that gap a little more? Find deeper connections, because I'm sensing that you've been feeling a little bit left out in the cold, a little bit sort of isolated recently. So it's time for you to create that love within, that love for self that allows you then to experience that deeper connection in your outside world. If you're loving the cards, please do like and subscribe. It really does make a difference to the channel. I really welcome any comments too. Thank you so much for all of those of you who already have done. I really appreciate you. And so what I'm going to do now is invite you to a meditation. So please close your eyes and start to slow down your breathing and focus more on your breath and on that inhale and exhale. I do believe that thoughts become things, and the more you focus your attention on something, the more likely it is to show up in some form in your external reality. So the more we can layer your subconscious mind, the more likely we're going to find that kind of feel good coming through in your outside reality. And if not, then I do believe these meditations, just by bringing you to a point of stillness each day, can start to teach you there is a safe harbor. No matter what is going on around you, you can return to this stillness within and start to ignite your own light to carry you through any darkness that shows up for you. So just ask yourself in this space, what am I mastering in my life? What am I good at? Where are my skills? Where can I hone them a little more? Where can I put more focus and attention on becoming that master? And maybe you want to start to master something. This card might be calling on you to think about what you'd love to do. It's also about productivity. Things are starting to show up for you. You're starting to see some rewards for this hard work. And maybe at this time, it's time to start thinking about where you may share some of this productivity, where you may share some of your energy and start to forge some deeper connections with those around you. What is it costing you to have so much focus on money and work time and time again? Where are you getting caught up in this material plane and losing out perhaps on the opportunity to have more fun, to have more friendships, to have more play, to experience the world a little more, get out there more? Just questions, no judgment, just questions for you to play with today. And just ask yourself, have a look now in your mind's eye at your world. And how do you feel about your world? Sometimes the world card is called the universe card. And Robert Grant speaks of this as the inverse. That is, the world around you is actually all the parts of you that you've rejected that are popping up like mirrors to reflect back parts of you that you haven't fully accepted. So when someone's giving you a hard time, it's possibly because you're giving yourself a hard time on the inside. Someone's judging you, you might be judging others. So what is that world reflecting back to you? And do you feel slightly isolated? Is it feeling a bit dark at times? With our Lover's card, can you see in your mind's eye that world transforming? Imagine you have that power to transform that world with more loving connection. So let's sit for a moment or two now and just focus on your heart space. And imagine that you have a guardian angel right now, a higher sense of self, God, source, that angel, a spirit guide, pouring love through the top of your head, holding you in such grace and love. Feel that, sense that today. Can you feel that in this present moment, how much you are loved? And how much capacity for love you have. Feel into that now. Can you start to awaken your heart? And awaken your mind to these new possibilities of how you could start to show up in your world and how it could start to feel if you put a little more time, a little more energy, a little more focus into your relationships, those loved ones around you. Connect with yourself more deeply. Feel into this. And with your eyes closed, I want you to sense that love in your heart. You can feel it however you like. It might be an emotion, it might be a color, it might be just that feeling. It might feel like a fuzzy energy Can you start to breathe in and breathe out a little wider? Can you expand that love within your heart now? Can you send it out to the rest of your body? Can you bathe each and every cell in this frequency? Can you start to feel it uplift you? And now can you sense this idea of sending love to those loved ones around you? Friends, family, those of you that you know at work, out to your village or town or city, out to the country, your country, and out to the world at large and into the cosmos. See how far you can expand your sense of self today and that sense of love. Let's tap into that higher sense of something else. Let love be the bridge today. And maybe your focus today, all that focus that we see in the Eight of Pentacles, let's focus that on love and shining through with more of that today. Allow it to lift your soul. Feel that guardian spirit above you, keeping you protected, holding a loving space, holding you in a warm embrace, feeling loved today. And where can you share that? So in your own time, come back to the room and open your eyes. Eight of Pentacles. You're mastering something. Keep up the good work. And are you able to expand your focus a little more? And open yourself up a little more to the world around you and start to build a brave new world. A world that feels more loved, that has more love in your heart, that can carry on more love in your life and forge some deeper connections, some more deeper loving connections to those around you. First for yourself and then to the rest of the world and the cosmos. Have a wonderful day.